players get injured as well. And, that's why they like to take a long-term contract. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Eddie and Jimmy on our podcast where we take your emails and you send them to eddieandjimmy@tappedmedia.com.au. That's Eddie and Jimmy at tapped, T-A-P-T, media.com.au. Hello, Jimmy. Good to be with you, buddy.
Good to be with you, Ed. And they can send those emails from Fiji.
Yes.
Because jump on a Fiji Airways flight.
Oh, yeah. What a good idea.
Yeah.
We should do that.
You're the man who's connected to Fiji Airways. Yeah. We can do that, of course we can.
Fiji Airways, Paul Scurra doing a fantastic job. And as we've said all the way through, this is a really good opportunity to go to Fiji. And then if you want to go to America from there, away you go. Of course, then you can connect up to Europe. So it's a pretty cool way of doing things. However, staying at Fiji, wonderful place. And Hyundai. I've seen this, Alexio. It's a good-looking car. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today and have a look at this magnificent Alexio, okay? Fiji Airways, by the way. Go to FijiAirways.com to book your flight to Fiji and beyond. Fiji Airways, where happiness takes flight.
That sounds nice.
Happiest crew in the sky.
Bull up.
Bulla bulla.
Bulla bulla.
Righto, let's go.
Clifton, RE, long-term contracts. My question around player contracts and whether the AFL needs to think differently about guaranteed long-term money. I think we see it too often. A player enters a contract year, plays outstanding football, creates market pressure, gets clubs chasing him, and then earns a big long-term deal. Then 2 or 3 years later, 4 years around, the player is nowhere near the same level. If someone offered me life-changing money, I'd probably work as hard as possible to earn it. But once the money is guaranteed, depending on the person's character and mindset, it's natural that some people may not keep the same edge that got them there in the first place.
The only thing I'd say there in defending the players, Clifton, is that players get injured as well. And, that's why they like to take a long-term contract.
So he's got some solutions.
Aha.
For example, if a player signs a 4-year deal worth $1 million per season, year 1 is 100% guaranteed. Year 2 might be 60 guaranteed and 40 performance or standards. Year 3 and 4 could become even more tied to performance, availability, professionalism and team contribution.
Yeah,
there's nothing stopping you doing that anyway.
In a perfect world, yeah. Well, that's the contract you can put up. The only problem is the person who's trying to get you is giving you
more,
a better contract.
Yeah, so market pressures.
Yeah, that's it. But I agree with it though. But I think that clubs in that situation, if they own the contract, they should be able to trade you.
Yeah, that'd be an adjustment to complete control from the players that the clubs actually have more.
That's it.
And Clifton, there has been a push to move in that direction.
It should be. It should be there. It's gone too far one way, and I still think that there is a need for better professionalism in the AFL system.
Yeah, it's all about pride in your performance too. But if you're
going to go one way, Jim, I'll just put this to you. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go.
No, if a player is just going to tail off, well then, it's pride and performance, and probably those signs you should have picked up on those signs earlier before extending them on a long-term deal.
Yeah, but so my point is that it's gone too far one way. You've got to be able to, and if you're a professional, and now you're getting paid $1 million, the old thing about you got to leave your family, well, that's called world sport. So if you want $1 million and you want to keep getting paid, just play well and. Keep going.
We'll be Gary Sweet.
But what happened? The only thing I'll ask a question to you, Jim, on that. So what happens if no one wants a bloke?
And he's already on the deal. Well, you're stuck with him.
Yeah. So that's where Clifton has a very good point. Makes very good points there. Thanks, Clifton. Makes a lot of sense.
I will say about long-term contracts, people who are apprehensive about them, these are a couple of the positives. I know there's some negatives that we've highlighted. The positives are they allow list management and clubs have flexibility regarding when you want to bring players in and out. Just quickly explaining that is if we are, say, outside the 10, we're a bottom 4 side, you're probably not paying a lot of players top dollar, so you're filling out your cap space so you can bring money in. As you get better, you want to bring players in and also reward players. You can move money back. So the longer term deals allows you to go back to the player and manager and go, hey, can we pay you 1.5 this year, but then 500 next year?
Yeah.
So that gives you some flexibility. And as we've seen regarding, we'll use the Zach Merritt case, it does allow a fair bit of leverage to come back to the club when dealing with other clubs. So club v club, the longer term deal and the longer years left on them.
Yeah.
Go, well, hang on, we've still got him for 4 years.
He's going nowhere.
Yeah, he's going nowhere unless you pony up.
Yeah. fair enough. Well, that was the Merritt one has always been he did sign a for life contract.
Yep.
So we're there for life. Jake, MCC allocation.
Well, I'll ask this to you. Eddie, as a member of the MCG Trust, can you explain why the MCC does not sell unused ticket allocations on level 3? I understand this would require MCC members to pre-purchase tickets and restricted bar access for the public. We say we're about growth and development. However, we limit fans from attending matches that are considered sold out, only to see the top level half empty on TV.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't see the half empty on TV because it's behind you. But the MCG Trust doesn't run the MCG, by the way. That's the MCC committee, Stuart Fox and his team. And I think you've answered it pretty well in your question, Jake, and that is the MCC Pavilion is limited to MCC members. And part of their quite substantial membership is they can turn up and go to the footy whenever they want.
Yeah.
Okay, now on the big games, I think it should go to maybe to pre-purchase. I've often screamed about that, and particularly as the president of a club, you're going, hang on, there's empty seats up there, we'd like them filled. So, yeah, I think it's something that's been discussed, Jake, and needs to be looked at. But, yeah.
Good question, Jake.
The empty seats you often see sometimes in the AFL part of the ground as well. Yep.
Nathan, broadcasting, Channel 7 should work out a deal with KO and Foxtel to replay delayed matches on one of their secondary channels so people who can't afford subscription services still get access to the footy.
Right, stop.
All right.
So, first up, this is the deal. That's why Foxtel
put
pay
your
the money.
broadcasting lens on.
So they pay the money. Plus, you can also go to AFL.com as well these days and get your subscription there.
Yep.
It's not that dear in real terms, is it?
I don't know the exact number off the top of my head,
But you can watch the replay in the AFL. You watch the
minis.
Minis are good.
The highlights.
Minis are a great way to watch them. But yeah, I get your point, Nathan. But no, that's why Foxtel pay the lion's share of the AFL rights to actually get
the rights.
Watch, to go, geez, I can't watch it anywhere else other than Foxtel. I better buy it. If it was on Channel 7, then you go, oh, I'll get it for free. That's it. That's the market. Even if full replays aren't possible, they could at least show a 30-minute condensed KO mini-style version of matches later in the day or at night. Well, again, Channel 7 could have bought those rights, or Channel 10 or Channel 9.
You wonder if ever a free-to-air, like Winners, comes back?
I think that at some stage the AFL will sell to a second or third channel replay rights exactly as discussed like this. Yeah, I have no doubt. And, for a long time, your show, Footy Furnace, was exactly that on a Sunday night to try and get more. Live rights would stay exclusive to Foxtel KO, yes. So subscriptions keep their value, but delayed access would keep the AFL connected to all generations to make the game more accessible. Yep, that's interesting. 2 questions in a row about accessibility versus commerciality. And that's the balance that everyone tries to tread. But it is a business that needs to make money.
Jez is up next.
Can I ask you this one?
Go for it.
Right. Players ruining themes. Now, this is I didn't write this, but I watched it on the weekend. I want to come to you on this.
Woo!
To the group of Carlton players who took it upon themselves to add the ridiculous woo to the theme song, you have ruined a song that wasn't yours to ruin. Although the opportunities have been few and far between, I switch off and refuse to even watch it. It's McGuire who does it too. I'd love to know your thoughts if I'm overreacting and just need to move with the times. Jeremy, Times Man of the Year.
Well done, Jez.
And the other thing is, I don't know if they've got an appointment on, but why are we singing it? Why are we putting a 33 on 45 or 78? Why are we singing it at 100 miles an hour? And Collingwood guys sing Go Blighty. It's called Blimey, the rejoinder that's in there. You know the part I'm talking about?
I'm not au fait with the Collingwood theme song as much as you are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's good on Collingwood. We went out to play the game. Side by side, we stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See, the Barrackers are shouting, as all Barrackers should. All the premierships are cakewalk for the good old Collingwood. Now, in there's a call Blimey. Right?
Blimey.
That was just thrown in exactly that as a bit of a bit like when Daniel Harford
Oh,
put in the
4-3-2.
4-3-2.
Actually, had him on the very front of mind when this question came up.
So that came in. So called blimey, and then suddenly somewhere in amongst all this, it's got to go Blighty or something.
Go Malcolm.
He played for North Melbourne. Go Blighty. Killed us in the 77 grand final.
Yeah.
And ripped us off in the 1980 night grand final, which stood. Well, now I think that they should go back to that and have a look at it, Jim.
You're the most unluckiest person I've ever come
Not
across.
unlucky. It's there. No.
There was a camera strike.
No, but there was nothing.
There was one that hit the post. There was one that went over the post.
Yeah, the free kick to Tarrant that wasn't there. What about when
the Dom Shee goal?
No, well, it's who kicked the goal. It was the block that should have been paid. Anyway,
you're the unluckiest
Chris,
man I know.
One of the Johnsons, one of the Scots, beat Bob Beeman's long jump record, jumping over the mark to touch Chris Tarrant as well in the third quarter. But anyway,
you're going to name which Scott?
Hey?
You're going to name which Scott?
No, I didn't go back. I told you, I'm trying to go forward. I know it was only 24 years ago, but I'm trying to move on.
Oh, so that was a great question for Jeremy.
It's a good one. I reckon they are. I think they're vandalising the songs. Sing the song properly.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But who tells them? Does anyone in the club say, oi, presidents around these days who care about or are they just happy to have everyone wearing fancy dress all the time and wrecking the song and doing all that sort of stuff?
Dress. Jeez.
No, they do. That's fitting. I mean, you turn on the TV, it takes you 10 minutes to figure out who's on these days. It's unbelievable. Trying to get into new markets. So let's play everybody in different jumpers.
I feel like we've kicked a rock that's turned into a boulder here. What else?
Right. From Thomas. I listen every week. Good on you, Thomas. You're a good man. Love the solutions-based processing you have to improve our great game. I get excited when you talk about the duty of care of the individuals and agree with the point, don't put your head in stupid places.
That's a pretty good theory for life in general.
It is, yeah. It's one that sometimes haven't quite adhered to. But, yeah, well, it was the great Darryl Bulldog.
Yeah.
He said, don't put your head where you can put your ass. However, I still think we need to make the connection that players are seeking high contact for free kicks. Tick. Currently, the game incentivises a player to disregard their safety for a free kick. Tick. If I was a lawyer in the future when the concussion class action is in court, I would argue that the AFL is negligent in adequately protecting player safety or, promulgating player safety. Why are frees not paid against the ducker?
Well, they've tried to. They have tried to. In Oregon in the last 2 to 3 years. And we've even
I think they've been better this year, to be honest.
Yeah, they've actually now started to call, well, that's your prior that you've chosen to duck. They've been better at players doing that one. Still, if the umpire's not in the right position, they don't see players like trying to shift the arm up around their head. Players are still very good at not ducking, but not coming up with the football, which is quite in their right.
Now, the term used to be around the neck, okay? Not over the shoulder. I don't know, it's a bit like these ones that come in. So when you grab somebody on there, they pay it. Or if you get your arm around it, it's about hitting the head and getting you around the neck. That's the free kick. Too high. It's not. So if they got rid of that one.
Bang. Players are playing to the rules. If they can force a free kick, especially in your front half, and get a goal.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yep.
I think you're pretty good there, Thomas.
Campbell.
Review system. The AFL needs to move to a player review system similar to cricket. I'm going to say no, and then I'll keep reading your questions. Yeah. Players, not just captains, can review a score decision within 10 seconds of the score decision being made. Players know if they've kicked the goal or touched. Dempsey was claiming it straight away. Team 1 gets 1 review per quarter. Review retained, incorrect, the review is lost. Just like cricket. Now, players, I see players, and you know players, especially if they've had a mark taken on them, they'll turn around, it's in the back, or, check this, and they're wrong.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
No, there's a simple solution to this one, Campbell. Why don't we put somebody in a designated area that gets all the feeds coming in, and you can actually make the call, and you can actually talk to an umpire through an intercom. What do we call it? The arc. Yeah?
Yeah. I thought you were going to go down your hobby horse.
Which one?
2 goal umpires.
Oh, well, it's the answer. I don't know why no one wants to. Don't think it's my hobby horse. It's Ron Barassi's hobby horse in the 70s. And I remember reading at the time thinking, I don't know about that.
So what's wrong with you?
just watching the game. And that we've gone to these things. Here's the other thing: if you've got 2 goal umpires, it means that they can actually watch the boundary line, which has now become something. Once upon a time, ball went over the line, you threw it in, went over on the full, you got a free kick. Now we're watching to see last touch.
Which Collingwood grand final swung you?
No, that's not that. No, it's not the '79 grand final where Harms was in the front bar of the.
I thought you were going to say
Hilton
the Rocker
Hotel.
one.
Oh well, for the goal umpires. Yeah, well, yeah, or possibly, your one.
Oh, I was fine with the decision.
Yeah, well, St Kilda are still, lamenting and waiting for their moment. But
You did have one where Wellingham hit the post, I think, in 2011.
no, it didn't matter in the end, did it?
Nah.
Yeah, well, see again. Yeah, but you would have been filthy on that one, wouldn't you?
Nah.
If it had made the difference.
I don't deal in hypotheticals.
Yeah,
sorry.
don't you? Yeah, well, I deal in facts as well, and the fact is they are making blue after blue. And what we're finding out now is that with the technology, we're finding out just how many mistakes have been made over the journey. Okay,
That's a good point you raise there.
yeah. So my point is, pardon the pun, just get it right. Don't make rules and then expect the officiating to be able to carry those rules. If you make a rule, then you have to put the infrastructure in play. So if I say to everybody in this office, right, from now on, we're going to be an AI office, but I don't give everyone a subscription to Claude, then you can't do it. So if you want to have an ARC, put the right technology in, and technology moves quickly, but put the people in the right positions, including in the ARC, who actually can make the decisions. If you're going to have a doctor in the ARC making the call, then make sure you've got some people who actually can pick a free kick, who actually know the rhythms of a game. There we go.
Pretty
Solved
simple.
all the solutions.
Here we are, a solutions-based show.
We are. Talk to you tomorrow for our predictions for the round ahead. So thanks for everyone who's following us on our podcast, Instagram, YouTube. Search for Eddie and Jimmy. But if you've got more questions for us, send them to us at Eddie and Jimmy at tapt, TAPT, media.com.au. Thanks to Hyundai and to our great friends at Fiji Airways.